Tucked in the hills of northeast Iowa lies a 300-acre farm owned and operated by John Rodecap.
I've farmed here for 42 years. This will be the 43rd crop season. And it's currently a 300-acre farm with about 215 acres tillable. Through my water quality work, learned about erosive effects and also the other factors around the use of no-till.
No-till reduces carbon loss into the atmosphere, and because crop residue stays on the field from harvest through planting, erosion is decreased and more nitrogen stays in the soil.
I started no-till, actually I experimented with it about 22 years ago, a couple of times with small acreages, 5-6 acres at a time. And that didn't work so well. Didn't have the proper equipment. About 10 years ago, we started getting equipping planters that cost about $1,300 per row with a smooth coulter, correct placement of the fertilizer, firming of the seed into the seed furrow, although that was available with the old planters, Buffalo Till planters 35 years ago. And but another innovation was to use spiker wheels to loosen the soil over the seed so that we didn't have sidewall compaction.
John also learned that better seed hybrids and farmers seeing their neighbors using no-till made a difference.
In my water quality work with the Northeast Iowa Demonstration Project, we had two farmers that did replicated till, no-till work, and they were very happy some years, not very happy other years. So it wasn't consistent enough from year to year. But with this new equipment, smooth coulter, things we've learned, better hybrids, better herbicides, the no-till thing is improving. More people are doing it. They watch neighbors and they adopt the practice. And myself, I went full no-till 7 years ago. And the first year I did it, I had very good results. I have a chart here that shows the blue lines are the precipitation, annual precipitation during the growing season. The yellow lines are corn yields. Well, the word is circulated for 30 years that you have to wait 5 years with no-till before you can have results. Well, my first year with no-till, I sold 208 bushels of corn per acre. I haven't done that well since. And after 208 bushels the first year, and they say it gets better for 5 years, I couldn't wait for the 5th year. But the truth is that it's so dependent upon moisture. We had a lot of moisture the previous year. The first year of no-till, we had modest moisture situation, ideal for the crop, not only my crop, but all the neighbors' crops too, produced very well that year.
Through research, John also found benefits in soil loss with no-till practices.
In this part of Iowa, that we have a great concern about, we have slopes, and that the soil loss is greater. Plus the soil adapts better to no-till than the very wet or the wetter soils of the prairie area of Iowa. Where we do a lot of tillage, we have much more soil loss. The soil loss here is running as much as 8 tons per acre soil loss, versus we move to no-till, our soil losses are much, much less. Also important is the fuel use. We have the tillage with the corn or corn-soybean rotation, and when we do that, we continue to have relatively heavy fuel use because we're doing heavy tillage. Moving to the scenarios on the same field with no-till, our fuel use is much less. We don't hit $10 per acre per year, versus here we're running around $20 per acre per year.
John signed up for the NRCS Conservation Stewardship Program, which provides an incentive of about $10 per acre per year for no-till practices.
That rewards farmers for doing less tillage and conserving more soil. We find in my water quality work that providing science to the farmers, they love it. They understand it. Even though they don't understand all of the science behind it, the research behind it, they think this information is extremely important. Most of that was done neighbor to neighbor, neighbors talking to neighbors.